So Mybooking.clinic is now fully live, and I'll just quickly walk through the process of getting set up. So I'll be using the purple physiotherapist template in this demonstration. So we'll just click and just scroll down. You can see other videos about getting set up. So those are the two templates. So we'll just say get started. And select enterprise, next. Bill Smith. Head physiotherapist, practitioner. So you want to select practitioner if you are a practitioner. If you are not, like if you're setting it up, but you're not actually a practitioner, then click super user. Straight up physio, organization type physiotherapist, sports therapy. One subdomain is going to be physio, and we'll get the green tick to say, yep, that's free. So that will make your domain name physio.mybooking.clinic. Template style physiotherapist. These are pre-filled because I've used this. I've run through this before. 56, yeah. X. And where's the template? The purpose of the template is basically just to specify the styling, the color schemes, and so forth. And it gets you some images to start with, but you can change the images and you can change most of the text as well. Discount code. So temporarily, if you enter a discount code of free 20, you'll get the entire system, enterprise level system, unlimited users for $20 a month for 12 months. For early adopters, so it's creating the skeleton system. Okay, it's created it from the template. Does your organization have multiple sites? Yes, let's say yes. No, let's say no this time. How do you refer to practitioners? So this word that you put in here, whether it's doctor, therapist, whatever, this is what gets inserted into text messages and emails. And is displayed to the patient or client in their in the patient portal, and that's what gets displayed in the patient portal when the patient logs in to their system, to their part of the system. So we'll say, just say therapist. How do you refer to clients? They might be clients, might be patients. We'll call them client. For physiotherapist, it could be patient. Do you want clients into their country code? If all of your clients are in the same country or are going to use the same country code on their phone number as your organization, then say no, because that means then that when new patients register, they don't have to specify their country code. Just makes it a little bit easier. Tagline for page header, we can leave that blank for now. Charge no show fee. Leave that as 0 for the time being, as we haven't implemented that. Do you want a standard list of standard services? So if you say yes, then when a client books an appointment, they can select a standard service, and each standard service will have a standard appointment length. So that affects the calendar booking. So we'll say no. Website features provide credit card processing. Leave that as no. So don't click that yes yet, because I haven't implemented that, and probably won't. But if you are interested in implementing credit card processing within the system, just let me know. We can easily implement it because we have integration with Stripe already set up. Do you want frequently asked questions? Yes. Do you want health news? Leave that as no. New patient register. Okay, so these questions when new patients register or new clients. Allergies, medications, medical conditions. So for some types of businesses, like podiatrists, for example, these would be completely irrelevant. So just say no. Complete registration. And a therapist. This is all standard. So we'll say, this is actually a bit wrong. So get back to your peak performance. Peak performance. Save changes. Now, it has now created a skeleton system. So if I open a new web page and go physio.mybooking.clinic. So here it's actually created your website. So we've got dummy images. The basic information has been set out according to what I entered. And then you need to fill it out with a bit more information. So for example, profile. So this is my profile. We've got a basic avatar there. So choose, or you can change it, choose a file. Yeah, so whatever, upload image, job title. Okay, job title. Head physiotherapist. Title, so this is appellation. So Mr. or Doctor or Professor or whatever. Qualifications, BSc Physiotherapy. Specialty, sports therapy. What's therapy? Languages, English, license number, blah, blah. Bio, 10 years experience with 5 years specialization in sports injury therapy. Education, whatever, it might take, whatever. Select a site. Okay. Yeah, okay, so it's main site, no site selected. Actually, you don't really need to do that, it will default. Anyway, save changes. And now if I go to website content, so contact information, that's fine. A little bit of an error there. We'll have to fix that in the template. And phone number. It's all right, we've already got that. That's fine. Email address. I'll take a save, and then other sections. So website content, this allows you to enter all of the information. So services, frequently asked questions, insurance information. So there's insurance information. So don't worry about it. Okay, full public liability. Full public liability and professional indemnity insurance. Save. And then the services provided. So you go through and enter all your services, select an icon color. Yeah, whatever. Sports injury rehabilitation, blah, 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 blah. Service 2, select an icon. You can enter up to 4 services, whatever. Diagnostic testing, blah, 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 blah. Heading, what's this? Cardiology, exercise therapy. Yeah, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Save. Patient testimonials. So you can enter up to 4 testimonials. I won't worry about that just yet. Then if I refresh the page, and so there we've got our services. There's Mr. Bill Smith, Bachelor of Science in Physiotherapy. If you have multiple locations, they'll appear along here. There's insurance. There's no frequently asked questions at the moment. There's our contact information. And we can also enable the contact form, so the clients can just enter information. And if you are interested in having an AI chatbot pop up here to answer questions, we can enable that as well. That's an extra feature that will be coming shortly. So site management. So if you have multiple sites, you enter them here, edit this to change the information, add a photo and so forth. And if you have multiple sites, then when clients book an appointment, they can select which site, and each practitioner, when they set up their schedule, allocates those days to a particular site. So that allows you to have practitioners scheduled at different sites on different days, or different ranges of dates. And the schedule template. Oops, I got timed out. Damn. Pause. And if we go to schedule management, this is where you can set up your availability schedule. So that informs the booking calendar. When a client or patient makes a booking for an appointment, what hours you are available on any one day, and at which location. This is all defined here. So you define your start and end times, what site you're going to be at. If you have multiple sites, lunch break, then you just say So you just do that once, copy it to all days. If you're not available Sundays, you make that unavailable. Saturdays, you might have different hours. And you save that and then implement the above schedule for a certain range of dates. So you might say implement it for the next 52 weeks, and that's the default site. So if you don't specify a site there, and it uses that one, and then within that broad calendar, you can put in exceptions. For example, you could implement that schedule for next 52 weeks, but except you're not available, so you're on holidays for 4 weeks over the Christmas period. And maybe you also have a week off at Easter. So you can add those in. You can add any number of exceptions, or it might be just one day. You might say that, so you might say Wednesday next week, you're not going to be available. So you just put that date in and say not available and add that exception. So very easy, get started, get set up. Your calendars, your patients, but there's no patients, there's no appointment at the moment because we just set up, that would be your schedule for today. I have no appointments today. And all appointments for everyone, all practitioners in the organisation today. And then if you go to the calendar, you can have a look at any particular day, tomorrow, whatever, and see the whole list of appointments. Okay, that's it. Alrighty. Very easy to get started. Only take you a few minutes to get set up, and you have 30 days free trial, so you can play around with it. Just set up yourself, and then go in as a pretend patient, set up an appointment, then see what that looks like in the back office. And if I log out to get to this, you go to Mybooking. So it would be, for example, physio.mybooking.clinic /back office. And that brings you to here, and you just log in. All right, easy peasy. There you go. And there will be extra functionality being added over the next few months. So constantly improving it. But this is a minimum viable product, but I think it's pretty good.